It's OG Weasel Urban Conversation, man. I'm coming to you again with these Fed Chronicles, man. You like what I'm doing, man, hit that like and subscribe button, man. Share this video, you know what I'm saying? You like what I'm doing, man, share this video. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna get right into this story, man. I'm gonna let y'all know, man. This was about the motherfucking the vice lords. All the vice lords on the yard being integrated as one glove under one glove. You know what I'm saying? When you know anything about the vice lord nation, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know all of them. I know it's the insane. You got the insane. You got the you got insane vice lord. Man, it's a whole lot of them. You know what I'm saying? You got all different branches of vice lords, right? So one of my partners, right? One of my partners, Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? Not the drug dealing Big Meech. I'm gonna get to a story about him too, because I was in the feds with him as well. But you have to stay tuned for these prison chronicles to hear about them stories. You know what I'm saying? So back to what I was saying, man. My homie Big Meech, man, was like the 5-star general for the vice lords. We was in FCI Greenville. This is like 1999, man. So all the vice lords on the yard came together up under, all the branches came up under one glove, right? You know what I'm saying? All the vice lords was being unified, or was trying to be unified, right? So you got the concrete vice lord, you got the insane vice lords, you got man, you got all kind, man. I can't remember all of them. You know what I'm saying? So you got all these different vice lords, and they up under one branch, under one glove in the federal system, where they was trying to merge all of them together. So the homie Big Meech and another homie that was in our unit, Big D, I'm gonna call him Big D. I think Big D was he had it. I think Big D had it for the vice lords, and then you had Big Meech that had it for the vice lords, and I think they was ranked the same. They were 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? Certified G, and I think Big G was a different vice lord, and Big Meech was a different vice lord, but they was in communications of merging all the vice lords that was on the yard up under one glove while they was there, and they went out there, and being up under one glove, all the vice lords had to answer under one structure. So answering under one structure is like all the vice lords, like if you were insane vice lord, the insane chief, that the dudes that had it for the insanes, they would go through your paperwork. If you was a concrete vice lord, they would go through your paperwork or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If the different branches of vice lords, you come in and you under that branch, they would be the ones that go through your paperwork and make sure you straight on the yard. But Big Meech wanted to merge this, you know what I'm saying? That all the vice lords come together, and that they be as one. So they go out to the yard, and he telling them everybody had to reiterate their paperwork through them. You know what I'm saying? Just in case anybody got through the cracks, through the different entities and shit like that. So he wanted to run through everybody's paperwork. Everybody had to bring their paperwork, no matter what branch you was under. If you was under vice lord branch, you had to bring that paperwork. And I think some of the guys rebelled against it, and this and that and this. Big Meech was telling G, and these two dudes was both in the same unit. You know what I'm saying? They respected each other. But Big Meech was serious about this vice lord entity. So him merging all of these, he was like, nigga, we under one order under this federal entity, man. So y'all ain't bringing all y'all paperwork. Y'all ain't being no separate entities under this structure and shit like that. So with the disagreement, they go out to the motherfucking gym. Oh man, all hell break loose. So after these dudes being rebellious about bringing their paperwork and shit like that, right? Man, Meech organized a hit with his crew to slash out on the rest of the vice lords that wasn't comprehending what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So he told them y'all had to get off the yard. Man, them dudes tore up that fucking gym. Man, they tore up the gym in FCI Greenville, man. This shit spread like wildfire. Once they fought in the gym and they get back to the unit, they locked the units down. They locked everybody down. They locked the whole goddamn jail down. But before they locked the jail down, when the people coming off the fucking yard, all the vice lords and shit like that, people that was outside, when they going back to their housing unit, they got to get locked down. So before they get locked down, Meech get a motherfucking order. Soon as motherfuckers get to the units, whoever in the unit smash the gas on all the motherfucking vice lords that wasn't trying to participate in the new order that I was trying to put together. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really how it exactly happened, but I'm putting it in my own words, and that was the information that came on my table, straight from the horse's mouth. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Under one world order that they was trying to do. But Meech, they didn't want to do it, so Meech smashed the grass, put the green light on everybody. G, the homie that was in the unit with us, Meech took off on him. Man, all the dudes that didn't want to come and merge in, they had to get off the yard. Because they had to bring their paperwork, they had to get reevaluated. And they didn't want to get reevaluated under one branch. So Big Meech sent the word, all of y'all getting smashed off the yard, sent the jail up. Everybody, man, they went up. All the vice lords went at it. All these different branches of vice lords went at it. Man, these motherfuckers, it was some broken arms, some stabbings, you know what I'm saying? Some head busting, some motherfucking, the motherfucking medical courts. Motherfuckers was getting taken out on the medical courts out of every unit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They locked Big Meech up. They put him in the hole. You know what I'm saying? After that situation, I think I left that jail probably 4 or 5 months later. When I left that jail 4 or 5 months later I went to the shoe. People started dropping kites on me and shit like that for some activities that I ain't had nothing to do with. So I go to the shoe. They lock me up. So when they locking me up and transferring me, I don't know what jail I'm going to, so at this time. So as I do 3 or 4 months, 4 months in the shoe, being transferred, leaving it, I get on the motherfucking Con-Air. After they transport me, they tell me where I'm going. I'm going to Pekin, Illinois. That's like another 2-3 hours away from Greenville. It's another federal institution, right? But when I leave there, I got to go through Oklahoma Transit Center. So when I go get on the bus and go to Scott Air Force Base and get on the motherfucking Con-Air, when I get on Scott Air Force Base and get on the airplane, 4 or 5 months later, after the jail had got sent up, my homie Big Meech on this motherfucking airplane, man, been on this airplane for the last 4 or 5 months, man, under diesel therapy. If you know anything about diesel therapy, man, when you set up the jail or you send the jail up and having too much juice and being able to shut a jail down, a federal institution that carry 25 to 3,000 inmates, and you stop all operations and you the leader of shutting down all operations, man, they feel you a threat. So they gonna get you out of here. But the sanction with getting him out of here was a plethora of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? One of his sanctions was, and this ain't gonna be wrote down on paper. So when they locked Meech them up and locked them up at the Greenville shoe, do you know them people pulled a motherfucking bus up that night filled the bus up with all Vice Lord gang members and got them people up out of there. It was probably about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So people can't tell me what the feds won't do and can't do. You know what I'm saying? I watched it firsthand. So when I get there, I get to the next jail, right? When I get to the Oklahoma, I got to go through transit. I get on the airplane, man. When I get on the motherfucking airplane, guess who I see? I see Big Meech on this motherfucking airplane. And I'm like, damn, homie, what's up? He like, man, these motherfucking people been flying me around since I got off the motherfucking, since I got in the shoe. Once I got out the hole, man, these people been flying me around for 4 to 5 months, man. I ain't landed nowhere. Every time he land, he'll stay one night. If they fly him around the whole motherfucking country, when the plane land that night, what city they land in, they leave him. They leave him for like one night, and when they come back, they pick him up and they fly him around all around the motherfucking country and drop him off again. Pick him up maybe a day or two later. Don't no mail catch up with you. Ain't no you got a phone number. Well, your prison number is your identification card that you program into the phone to be able to use the phone. But you have to be there at any institution a minimum of 2 or 3 days before they activate your phone. So if they dropping you off and doing this motherfucking diesel therapy, flying you around the whole country, and you never been at no jail, in every jail that you stop at, you going to the SHU. You're not going to no population. So you're not being able to use no motherfucking deodorant that you normally being able to use, not being able to prepare noodles or no motherfucking rice or whatever, no meals, no snacks or none of that. They dropping you off in the SHU, and when they drop you off, man, you get the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? You might have a shower in there to give you some soap, deodorant, some soap, toothpaste for why you there at that particular time. So when he leave the SHU, man, I get on the plane, I see him, and I'm like, damn, where you going? He like, bro, I've been on a motherfucking airplane for the last 4 to 6 months, man, flying around this motherfucking country. And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, man, he finally get designated. I think they drop him off in Utah some motherfucking where. You know what I'm saying? Because after he do his little stint, he had like 20, 25 years. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I would see him again because I had a 30-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? And when you get rotated around the feds, man, you know what I'm saying? It's only so many jails. You know what I'm saying? You got all day, so they got all the time in the world. So when I get back on the plane and I see him, man, he had been in the air for like 4 to 6 months, man. My heart went out to my brother, man. But he was a trooper, man. The nigga was a real live G. You know what I'm saying? And he was in good spirits about it. Like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn right, nigga, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when I get dropped off, man, I go to Pekin and shit. I get dropped off in Pekin, Illinois, man. And that's just what that was, man. That story there, man, was real bloody. You know what I'm saying? It shook up the institution, man. We stayed on lockdown for like a week or two after that because they had to find other gang members that slipped through the cracks, that got out, that still had potential harm to come to them or for them to even harm somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If you like what I'm doing, man, like and subscribe, man. Share this story, man. Real Fed Chronicles, man, coming to you. OG Weasel Urban Conversation.